Satan, the enemy of God, is in reality the highest divine spirit. Hey guys, Steve here. In this video we're going to be looking at how the entire New Age movement is actually satanic and Luciferian at its roots. And before we take a look at some research, I just want to make a few things really clear. I'm not saying everyone involved in the New Age movement is satanic, and I'm not saying every single topic or every single pursuit within the New Age movement is satanic. But what we'll be looking at is how the side of the New Age movement that has to deal with spirituality and has to do with the occult is entirely rooted in satanic philosophy. And this comes from, not me, but the founder of the Church of Satan himself. And the point of this video is not to fearmonger or to preach Jesus to you or something. Christianity could be false and it wouldn't even affect the point of this video. The point of this video is really just to encourage those who might be dabbling within the New Age movement to follow the evidence where it leads and to turn away from things which might be dangerous or harmful. So with that being said, let's take a look at some stuff. So to start off, one of the most famous occultists in history is someone named Anton LaVey. He has been called the Black Pope and the father of Satanism because he is the one who founded the Church of Satan and brought it to the Western world as an organized religion. He is the author of the Satanic Bible, along with 4 other satanic books, and he has an extensive background in the occult. In fact, he was the founder of the Order of the Trapezoid, where he used to give presentations on the occult and paranormal research, which later evolved into the Church of Satan. So the Church of Satan was birthed out of his interest and affiliation with the occult. When I first became Christian, I was a little overambitious, and I went out and bought the Satanic Bible, which I've since thrown out, to speed read it to see if I could find any parallels between the New Age movement and the Satanic Bible. And when I was reading through it, I was finding topics like the Age of Aquarius, Lucifer as the personification of enlightenment, Thoth, spirit guides, pantheism, spiritual rebirth through studying the mysteries, the all-seeing eye, being your own redeemer and savior through enlightenment. It sounded like a slightly darker version of the exact same topics that were discussed in the New Age. So I dug a little deeper and I found this quote by Anton LaVey. In the scores of books lining the shelves of New Age bookstores, there are instructions for guided meditation, creative visualizations, out-of-body experiences, getting in touch with your spirit guides, fortune-telling by cards, crystal balls, or the stars. What if Satanists reclaimed these for their own dark purposes and integrated them into rituals dedicated to the devil, where they rightfully belong? New Agers have freely drawn upon all manner of satanic material, adapting it to their own hypocritical purposes. But in truth, all New Age labeling is, again, trying to play the devil's game without using his infernal name. So some people hearing that might be offended. The AA, or Argentium Astrum, is a spiritual organization he founded in 1907. Students would enter the order and then master certain occultic tasks and learn and study esoteric knowledge in order to graduate to the next level. If you were to be initiated into the order of AA, here are some of the things that you would learn about: astral projection, Hinduism, Kabbalah, yoga, magic, non-duality, ascended masters, the tree of life, transcendental meditation, higher selves, Buddhism, mysticism, Gnosticism, sorcery, rituals of the pentagram and hexagram, tarot cards, the zodiac, and many, many other topics that get taught under the umbrella of the New Age movement. There was a reason he was called by some to be a modern master of the occult, and it's because he knew what he was talking about. But like Blavatsky, he also had ties to Satanism. He referred to himself as the Beast 666, and
making this video to reveal the truth of this New Age movement, this New Age belief, like everything. Like I'm putting it to rest because it's a lie. It's a lie, okay? And I'm not here to judge you because at the end of the day, I was living in that lifestyle, okay? I go look at my testimony. Like, I was actually living this life and I was led to the truth. And in that, me finding the truth, like the truth in Jesus Christ, okay? I found out that I was living a lie this whole entire time. Like, I'm passionate about this because I was so deceived by this whole entire realm. Like, dude, and I'm a factual person. So the fact that the devil deceived me, like, you know, of course, he's the author of confusion and, like, all, you know, I'll get into all that, but, like, that's crazy. He's good at what he does, and he finds open windows to manipulate people's minds. And, you know, he takes advantage of when you're weak. And it's just, I mean, I can go on and on and on, but like that, I'm about to lay down the foundation of what this actually is. Like the morals of this whole entire thing and how it's a contradiction. None of it adds up. It doesn't. Like the Bible, it adds up. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're living in the last days right now. Like it's blowing my mind. But honestly, the new age is such a deception, y'all, and I'm about to get into that, okay? I am coming for the enemy's head. Like, it's over with. Like, I'm coming for you. You picked the wrong one. Let's go. So first of all, I'm gonna start out with a scripture to lay down the foundation of all of this, okay? Which is Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This is bigger than us, okay? Like, this is beyond our flesh and what we go through, you know, from day to day. Like, no, there is a real war happening, okay? And it's all in battle for your soul, believe it or not. Like, it's that serious, because the enemy is so bitter, like, because we are made in God's image. Like, we're destined to be with God, and he can never be with God no more like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he was after us. He wants us to suffer along with him. Having said that, you know, he's gonna come in any way he can to manipulate you, all right? And to use his demons and use, you know, those familiar spirits that, you know, speak into your situation and speak into your life. It's an agenda. He has an agenda for you, and it's not good. So I have to start out with astrology, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, as soon as I say that word, I know people are going to get real tight, because it's like, wait, what? Like, don't come for my zodiac. Like, don't come for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm stepping on people's toes, because I know a lot of people who are like worshiping basically this zodiac type, you know, this zodiac type realm. And, you know, they subscribe to it so much to where it's like, this is what it is. They live in that. They walk in that, you know, they just act in that. And I'm not here to judge, again, because that was me. And this is the reason why I'm starting with astrology, with zodiac specifically, because this is what led me into the new age. And I have to start out with this because it's crazy, because okay, listen, all right? The facts are actually so funny when you do your research, okay? When you actually do your research and when you want to know the truth about something, it's all right there. It's all right there for you to know. But Albert Einstein actually said something, which I'm going to quote him here in a minute, but it's just like, so true. So check this out. This is the data that scientists have come up with, and this is a general idea of where astrology stands as far as science, okay? It is a pseudoscience. Astrology is a pseudoscience, okay? What is a pseudoscience? It's false science. So, a collection of beliefs or practices mistakenly regarded as being based on scientific method. Okay, I'm gonna read this other one. Pseudoscience means false science. In a strict sense, the term refers to teachings that contradict science but are nevertheless presented as scientific. Okay, that's in a strict sense. A wider sense, pseudoscience also covers teachings that contradict science, even though they are not presented as scientific. Okay, in this wider sense, a pseudoscience is a doctrine, remember that word, that is claimed to represent the best available knowledge on some particular subject matter, but does not do so because it contradicts legitimate scientific knowledge, okay? And that is where the enemy comes in, okay? Because there's no strict sense in it being true, that he has now an open window to manipulate anybody who is dibbling and dabbling in this area. Relationship to science. Pseudoscience is differentiate. I can never say this word, you guys. Differentiated. Boom. Got it. Pseudoscience is differentiated from science because although it claims to be science, pseudoscience does not adhere to accepted scientific standards, okay? It's not even on scientific standards. Like, hello, you guys. Like, let's sum it up. It's not, I mean, it's fabricated. And this is where the enemy thrives in putting these puzzle pieces together and manipulating the way that people think all right? Because they're worshiping the moon, they're worshiping the sun, they're worshiping all of this stuff that's making them feel like, oh, because I was born at this time, this is, you know, this explains everything about me, all right? Now, get this, okay? And I know what you're saying to yourself right now, like, well, you know, why is it so accurate? Why does it know me like that? Like, why do I feel like, you know, it never lies, this, that, and other? Now, listen, there's a such thing, okay, as familiar spirits, okay? The orchestrator behind all of this has to know things about you, all right? They have to know things about you. Now, how God created people and how, you know, they're born within this month or, you know, around the same day, they might have some similarities. God is God, and he's going to create people how he wants to create people. But the enemy takes a little bit of truth and wraps it up in a big lie, okay? And so that's what he does to manipulate you, because just because there's a little bit of truth in it doesn't mean that that is you as a whole. Because here's the thing, this is my next point. Zodiac makes people prejudge other people, okay? And I'm about to get into that too. But basically, Satan is the author of confusion, okay? It's his strategy to make you believe lies and to reconstruct your psyche, which is the human soul, mind, okay, and your spirit. This tactic makes you move in your flesh, okay? This is exactly what I just said. Like, he wants you to move in this because there's no conviction in that. And that's the reason why people love it so much. Because it's like, oh, it tells me everything I need to know. It's built off of self-righteousness. Most of the time, you know, all of the time. It's built off of self-righteousness.
The New Age lies exposed, a false light. 2 Timothy 4:3-4. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. The New Age has been around for over 50 years, popularized by Alice Bailey, who followed the teachings of Madame Blavatsky, founder of the Theosophical Society. Theosophy means divine wisdom, and it is any system of thought concerned with the relationship between God and the creation, intended to help man achieve direct experience of the divine. Madame Blavatsky composed the books Isis Unveiled in 1877 and The Secret Doctrine in 1888. Both became worldwide bestsellers. Blavatsky despised the Christian idea of a personal God. Her work pushes an occult, Masonic, satanic worldview, being led by the Antichrist spirit. What is the New Age movement? The New Age movement is a spiritual system of thought and practice composed of beliefs, values, and traditions from various schools and religions throughout the world. The New Age movement is an umbrella term for topics including Buddhism, Hinduism, mysticism, Gnosticism, Paganism, pantheism, occultism, esotericism, witchcraft, meditation, yoga, psychedelics, channeling, divination, sorcery, mind science, reincarnation, astral projection, UFOlogy, spiritual psychology, law of attraction, manifestation, etc. The New Age is a collection of beliefs and practices aimed at bringing enlightenment. The goal is to raise consciousness to a higher vibration using divination and occult practices to a level of self-divinity. 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. If you're practicing in the New Age doctrine, I ask you to please turn away and do some more in-depth research. You'll find the only truth in life is Jesus Christ.
The New Age does in fact contain satanic rituals and beliefs. And I just want to say really quickly before I get too far in that I appreciate all of the kind words that I've received on my testimony video. It was definitely a hard thing for me to make, and even harder for me to post. And people who are in the New Age basically believe that God is the self and that mankind is divine by nature. And if mankind is divine by nature, then we can put trust in ourselves because we are God or have that God consciousness, and that we are the universe. And mind you, this can be worded in a lot of different ways as well, but this is like the fundamentals here. So therefore, if we're divine by nature and all of this, then we have the power to access God consciousness. And I just want to say also that the New Age is a compilation of pagan beliefs and practices. Sorry. And actually, the word pagan actually refers to any type of spirituality that deviates from the spirituality taught in the Christian Bible. And there is a difference between paganism and New Age for sure, and the difference is New Age focuses on more than one set of pagan beliefs and practices, and pagan beliefs and practices are also kind of a compilation of practices that stem from Eastern mysticism, Hinduism, the occult, Buddhism, etc. So hopefully you're following along here. In my last video I had